Top 5 Live video right here. Farside Top 5 Live. Chose a different thumbnail picture today because we mainly focusing on one subject. We're going to address the other four, but I want to really harp on the first subject, and that is Michael Jackson. Now, we have a very limited episode this time, only like 10 minutes at that. So I'm going to try to zoom through these pretty quickly and get to the main point. But thank you guys for coming through. I appreciate it. Hope y'all having a good day so far. I'm having a great day so far. Everything's working out and falling into place. I hope it's working out for you as well. And yeah, if you don't know me, you should get to know me. I'm Cypher. Hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate it. I appreciate those who come in to chat, have a little few moments to talk. Even if it's not about the subject at hand, I don't mind listening to people's individual stories within reason. So this is the channel and the show that's open for all that. So thank you guys for coming through. So I will knock out the other four quickly. And the first thing I will start off with is Lizzo's album flopping. Now, this isn't really necessarily a huge deal to most, but in this particular situation, it kind of bounces back to what we were talking about with Nicki Minaj yesterday, about her wanting to reflect on making better music and feeling sorry for her, quote unquote, as she put it, demonic words and lyrics. So Lizzo, I've never really just listened to her music in depth, but I've heard enough to make me say that I'm not really a big fan at all. And even if she does sing about self-expression and reliance, it doesn't translate to make good music. And I feel like, well, she blames the music industry, but I just feel like people have outgrown that fad. She was more of a fad or a phase when it comes to music, in my opinion. I don't think too many people just listen to her outside of her pure fan base, or those who were listening to her at that time when she was like talked about a lot. So maybe that's why, I don't know, but I would suggest better songs, something that's more relatable and not so left. Like, she had a naked version of her past self hugging her present self in her latest music video. I really didn't get it. So yeah, she only sold over 2,000 units in her first week, so that's pretty bad when it comes to new artists. But not new artists, but new sales for an artist that have been around for not only a little bit, but had major success in prior years. Number 4, LaMelo Ball got traded to the Timberwolves, which means if you are an NBA fan and you are a Timberwolves fan and you are an Ant-Man fan, Anthony Edwards, then you know that they about to go crazy. It's going to be two young, hungry guys ready to fight, ready to get in there, and ready to lay it down on the court. So that's interesting in itself. Number 3, Big Tigger. I didn't want to address this, but since it came down my timeline again, I wanted to go ahead and knock it out. As you know, he got arrested for some type of child endangerment situation. Now, I really don't think that. I mean, it was third degree, which means if it's third degree, then technically the law looks at it like their child was technically in danger. It was technically child abuse. So him and his woman was arguing. It got physical. They both got physical. The child was present in the home. Therefore, that means that the child was in danger. He got out like the same day, had a bond or whatever. So and he denied all allegations. It's one of those things where people make news out of things that they don't necessarily have to, but they choose to. Big Tigger of all people, I'm not saying the guy's a saint, not saying he's a sinner, but situations like that happen all the time, especially with the technicalities. When you slap something like that on somebody's name, it makes it look really, really bad. So I get the headline for those who really wanted that headline, but nah. So I don't think that's necessarily warranted, at least not in my opinion. I think we got bigger fish to fry and better things to do, but that's just me. Hey, what's going on? How y'all doing? Number 2, as we were saying about the NBA, stay moving within their drafts and moving around and getting the players around. We still have more plays to go. We still have more teams to move, and they're still trying to move Jaylen Brown. The Celtics are trying to be in talks about Jaylen Brown trades, and I don't think they have to move Jaylen Brown. I think Jaylen Brown is good as it is. How you doing? Welcome to the chat, Farside TV. Thank you very much. So now that we got half the live done with the other four topics, thank you for that like as well and the view. Let's get to the main thing. So the main thing here, number one, is Michael Jackson. So 17 years ago exactly, we lost one of the best musicians, if not the best musician, or entertainers, if not the best entertainer in history, in Michael Jackson. Now, say what you want about him, say what you want about the allegations and what you think or how you feel. Um, that's a good one. Say how you feel, but I've learned in my years of listening to different artists and seeing different people on TV, I can separate the artist from the person. And whether you looked at him odd for doing certain things or being a certain way, at the end of the day, I feel like he was a very great entertainer. He made great music. And I think he'll be remembered for a very long time. So this is Cypher. I do have a top five. I have 5 Michael Jackson songs, my top 5 Michael Jackson songs. And I don't know if I can put them in order, but I can definitely say what they are. So I know for sure one is The Way You Make Me Feel. Very nice record, very West Side type, record. So The Way You Make Me Feel, You Rock My World. I really like that one. I like Bad, of course. I really like Bad. I like all the big ones like Beat It, Thriller, and all that, but I'm trying to find 5 that aren't everybody else's because I have a particular favorite number one that I'm saving for the end. But I got The Way You Make Me Feel, You Rock My World. Oh yeah, and also Remember the Time. That was a great record too. So The Way You Make Me Feel, You Rock My World, Remember the Time. Michael Jackson had a lot of records. I really forgot one of mine I just mentioned. So we gotta Remember the Time, You Rock My World, The Way You Make Me Feel, for sure. Bad, like I said, my favorite number one best Michael Jackson record of all time is Dirty Diana. I think it was a very good pivot from what he had been doing, something that's different. It had more of a rock element, and something that really, to me, made a difference between his own music and others, and his own music within itself. So I really like that one, and that's pretty much it. Sorry for the late start, guys. It's technology. Technology has failed us once again, but we are able to at least come on here and have our daily show, not with our daily thumbnail, but we're able to discuss those topics. We zoomed through them pretty quickly, but we did get to continue with the show. So hopefully everything will go smoothly again tomorrow, and we'll catch y'all that day. Thank you for coming through. Hybazorg. And make sure y'all have a great one. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Hit the like button, and thank you very much. I'll catch y'all next time. I'm out.